once that whistle blows, it's go time.
So we are underway. First semifinal, 65 kilos. Hungary coming out in the blue, Iran in the red.
And we know from watching Musukaev over his career, he is an electric athlete, very dangerous from open positions, very dangerous with large four-point attacks. Amuzad is also no stranger to these moments, no stranger to knowing how to win when it matters most, and instantly a very aggressive athlete as he gets that first push out of point.
So the early point, Iran with a 1-0 lead. Amuzad, tremendous talent. Anytime you wrestle the Iranians, you know the underhook is going to be coming at you. So strong with those ties. Only 21 years old, one of their younger stars with already his third World Championship appearance.
Underhook position and looking to pull Musukaev over and go side to side. Looking to continue the action, and they come up to neutral.
A little more than a minute into this opening period, the push-out has been it. A 1-0 lead right now for the young 21-year-old Amuzad Khalili. The intense look of the two corners, a long day for these competitors, and obviously as we get ready for the Olympic Games next year, the World Championships always important, but the significance increases even more when you're battling for a quota for your country as you see that power and the surge near the edge and another step out and a 2-0 lead.
Great positioning here by Amuzad. He's really owning the center of the mat, dictating the pace of this match, bringing Musukaev to the zone, and keeping him at a distance where he can set up his attacks. Like I mentioned before, Musukaev is extremely dangerous from open position, and we see Amuzad closing that distance. His strategy did not work out this time, and Musukaev was able to redirect and get his step-out point.
Good job there by Musukaev because he was in danger of giving up that third step out. Able to reposition near the edge. And trying to get to his underhook.
We can see the speed of Musukaev's feet being able to circle so quickly out of zone. And here we go again in this neutral position. We can see that Amuzad is a little bit upset by an exchange, and he's requesting a challenge, wondering if that step out did occur, in fact.
So they are going to take a look at the challenge, and again, international wrestling, you have the referee, you have the judge, and you have the mat chairman. Those two, the mat chairman and the judge, sitting on opposite sides of the mat. But when they go up to a challenge, an independent counsel will come in, and this is what they're taking a look at, Erica.
Exactly, and so we're seeing the screen that is live in the arena. The jury has a small screen that they watch, and then all of the fans in the arena are able to watch this video. And so what we see here is, again, this scramble position from that front headlock. They're circling inbounds, and what they're looking for, did a full foot go out of bounds in this exchange? And here's a great view from on top of the arena. We do, in fact, see Musukaev step out of bounds, and again, the referees will be understanding, the jury, actually, which is a third-party body, will be reviewing that action to understand, did a full foot step out of bounds? And if the challenge is successful, Amuzad will get awarded the points, and if he's unsuccessful, he will lose a point and also lose his ability to challenge later on in the match.
And that aerial view, that last shot that we just saw, showed, I believe, I think we both would agree, pretty conclusive evidence that that right foot of Musukaev was clearly out of bounds outside the orange. So you can see the frustration right now from Amuzad. He wants to get this thing going. He feels this should be a pretty quick decision.
Exactly. You can see in the background, the jury has come to a decision, and so they will come on the microphone, and the athletes are both at the center of the mat waiting for this delivery.
So the challenge challenge is lost, so Musukaev will pick up the point on the last challenge, and we're tied at 2.
Exactly, and with criteria now, Musukaev does go into the lead for the first time this match. It's tied at 2, and interestingly, Amuzad will no longer have the ability to challenge later on, which could come into effect as we get deep into this match.
Again, Amuzad, Khalili trying to stick that right arm underhook in. Musukaev obviously knowing the strength of this young, talented wrestler. Talked about his age, only 21 years old. You see Musukaev keeping those elbows tight. Boy, the aggressor, though, has been Amuzad Khalili, and again, he drives the action out. Musukaev's going to have to step on the gas a little bit here in this first period.
So the referees have called that action. No points, neutral, because they finished the action out of bounds in that parterre position or in that neutral position. So it's still tied at 2. But Amuzad has been so aggressive, owning the center mat, keeping Musukaev in the zone.
Short time wrestling, final few moments in this opening period, a good one. Even though it seems like Amuzad has really been the aggressor, nothing to show for it. Tied at 2. The loss challenged the difference with the criteria. As both wrestlers go back into the corners. And
it's like a pantomime. We see both of those athletes with 2 of their coaches wiping the towel, getting the information from their coach on what attacks, what strategies they're going to implement in the second round. And both of these athletes had great challenging matches. Amuzad beat the American Nick Lee to make it here into the semifinal, and Musukaev had an absolute challenging match against Mamedov, an independent neutral athlete, to be here.
Musukaev always performs well when the spotlight is the greatest, it seems. Just following his career, a couple of world championship medals, trying to punch his ticket into the finals tomorrow night. Tied at 2, again, Musukaev with the criteria right now, giving up a lot of ground. His heels toward the edge, and it's been the 21-year-old from Iran who's really controlled the mat.
Exactly. Musukaev is a wizard at understanding body positions, of scoring at will. He really likes to have the pace of the match be slow and methodical, and then he pounces into action. It's surreal to watch.
Amuzad drives in that right arm underhook, and Musukaev could not put the brakes on in time as step-out point is awarded. So back to Amuzad, a 3-2 advantage.
Exactly, and Amuzad, he has looked unstoppable. He's had this brand of wrestling throughout this tournament and really throughout his career, of this relentless hands, this relentless pressure, very on brand for the Iranian style of wrestling. He's one of the new faces of this team.
We'll get a stoppage and the passivity warning given to Musukaev. That's our first, no, that was our second, excuse me. So the activity clock fires up. 30 seconds. See it by Musukaev's name in the upper left-hand corner. If he doesn't get anything, but boy, a snap, trying to get to the corner, but you see the left arm just steering him and preventing him from swinging all the way around.
And this is such interesting strategy from Amuzad. He has the shot, he has Musukaev on the shot clock, but he still is looking to pressure, but they cannot stop Musukaev. A really nice snap to that double leg, out of bounds for 2.
So all it took was to put Musukaev on the clock, and all of a sudden he went to his offense. Perfect execution. He gets the 2 and a 4-3 lead. Buckle up, this could be a fun 90 seconds. Amuzad near the edge. Musukaev repositions. Straight on double attempt there. Cut off nicely by Musukaev. Both wrestlers starting to pick up the pace.
And it's amazing to watch Musukaev's hips here. And the action continues out of bounds. He stepped, but there was continuation of the action, and that is confirmed, a 2-point takedown out of bounds.
Musukaev looking over at his corner to see maybe if they want to push the challenge button, trying to buy some time as we take another look.
And we see Amuzad keeping his head on the outside of that double, looking across to get that takedown. And we're back into action, no challenge. That is the signature from Musukaev. 2 hands on the knees. It's almost his tell if he's about to attack, which is the most unorthodox thing I think we've ever seen in freestyle wrestling. But it's worked for him so far. He's got 40 seconds. Can he pull it away here?
You could see Amuzad Khalili just taking a quick peek over at that clock, seeing how much time he has to work. He's backed off his attacks a little bit, leading now by 1. He's going to make Musukaev come after him.
Amuzad keeping his hands extremely low. And there's the stalking of Musukaev. He's just trying to find that angle, trying to find one small sliver of a fingernail to get on the legs. And he is in and down. 5 seconds left. He hills the lead, 6-5.
He'll try to hold this position, and he will. Under 10 seconds to go. Hungary celebrates a finalist tomorrow.